What else? What's another one? Michael Jackson, buddy. Okay. Well, that's it for me and Bruno. We'll see you next Monday, right? Check him out.
Alright, it's weird, man. It has like almost weird like MK Ultra, you know, vibes, programmer vibes. It's almost like he's showing off his handler skills to the people. I don't know, that's just, you know, one thought I had. And then I seen another video on his channel. Alright, check this out. It's called Snatching a Baby. Pauly Shore's Adopted. Alright, now let's do what he says here. I feel like he's dropping some subtle truth.
Jolie, Brad Pitt, Madonna, what they do is they come to Africa and they just meet a baby like this and they actually just pluck it and take it back. This isn't my baby. I just found this baby, but I'm going to find my own baby, okay? Jolie, Brad Pitt, Madonna, what they do is they come to Africa and they just meet a baby like this and they actually just pluck it and take it back. This isn't my baby. I just found this baby, but I'm going to find my own baby, okay? I want to spend some time with the baby. I want to test drive with the baby and go see if we even get along.
What?
Time with the baby. I want to test drive with the baby and go see if we even get along. See if we're compatible, right? He doesn't want to come with me? He's perfect. I've flown all this way to take a baby from Africa and bring him to Los Angeles with me to fall in love with me. I'm going to go take a baby from Africa and bring him to Los Angeles with me to fall in love with me. I'm gonna go back to America.
Bruh, the whole thing is weird. Alright, so we know that Meek Mill is signed to Rick Ross, right? Or at least he was before. With Maybach Music Group, right? And we know the elites control the music industry, and there's a lot of weird occult stuff, right? So somebody pointed this out, and I thought this was very interesting. Nothing too big or, you know, nothing like crazy conspiracy, but something just interesting, right? Let me know what you guys think. So Rick Ross's name, his real name, William Leonard Roberts II, right? And Meek Mill's real name, Robert Rameek Williams. And look at them both. They're the opposite of one another. William Roberts, Robert Williams. Interesting, isn't it? Now, I mean, I don't know what it means or if it could mean anything. But I think that's very suspicious that two very well-known artists, these are big artists, he is signed to him, the same label, have opposite names. And we know with the elites, they use inverted images and whatnot, and that whole, you know, that whole thing, right? So that's very interesting. Look at that, man. Go type it into Google and see for yourself. Rick Ross' real name, Meek Mill's real name. All right, that's a trip, huh?
Hey, but listen, what I'm saying is, you know, they proposition you. They do things indirectly. Like, they might send a stylist at you, right? They might send a stylist at you. And the stylist is being all extra tight. Listen, homie, we ain't doing that. Or they might invite you to a party and there's no bitches there. It's a sausage party. Wait, hold on. No, I'm saying, you know what I mean? So a lot of guys, artists that get into this game, they want to get deals. They get in, they got talent, they got good intentions, and then.
Have you been to these parties personally? Have you seen them?
You can't get.
That's a Doggy Diamonds question. Shout out Doggy Diamonds.
You can't make it to the real party because somewhere, if you're not a homosexual, they got a filtering out process.
Yeah.
So they'll send a stylist. They'll have you out and about because they trying to drug you. So you be in a studio session late at night, and they'll see if you a meatball. Yo, bro, here, hit this blunt. You ain't see the blunt get rolled. Or yo, bro, take this drink right here. And you like, hold on, bro. Listen, homie, I ain't with that. And some dudes that get drunk. Like, I've been in studios with artists, famous artists, and I seen niggas take a bottle that wasn't theirs, and they in the studio all woozy. I mean, I'm out. I don't know what happened to that person after, but that shit didn't. You know, it's like a nigga trying to get a chick drunk because he want to pop. Right? So.
Wait a minute.
Right. So I'm going to get it on my own. a lot of these artists don't be real niggas. That shit you see on the record or whatever they making, they not really solid. They not thorough. They never sold them drugs. They got mommy and daddy at home. They never even been through shit. So when they get proposition and they see a car, they go, they don't know, don't drink after a nigga. They don't know a nigga going. And then what happened?
They don't know the rules that apply.
I'm gonna tell you, look, I'm gonna tell you straight, because I ain't really trying to put niggas out there, right? But a nigga in the studio, we from the hood. I used to stick niggas up, bro. Babyface, I used to book niggas. So I'm always on point, bro. I'm on point right now, my nigga. Always on my square. But a nigga that's a square, he don't know. So he don't know watch your drink. He don't know. So now he drink behind a nigga. He get drugged. They rape this nigga. They rape this nigga. Videotape it. Then when he in a meeting, they give him a shitty contract. They play the video of him getting fucked by like 3 niggas. He ain't never been through shit like that. So he like, man, what? Fuck it, I'm just gonna sign. And you gonna give me money? So rather than get that story put out, he gonna sign that bad contract, which is a 360 deal. He gonna take that advance, which is recuperable anyway. So they gonna give him the money just to take back and own the rights to his.
Some names. I want to go around the room and find out if y'all feel like they had to sell their souls to get to where they at.
Go ahead.
Jay-Z.
Soul to soul.
I feel like, yo, remember that thing they said they had to give up somebody very close to them? That you got to sacrifice somebody?
That's my next shit.
Look at everybody. Look, Jay-Z, his nephew, Eminem, his uncle. Proof, Eminem.
Yeah, but you can't say that.
They made the video. We made the video.
Joe Pun.
It's a death next.
That's what they say. I'm just going off what.
Or a keen focus.
Or a keen focus. A keen focus. But when you see this, right? Let's be clear. When you see this, 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 when you see the checkerboards on the floor, when you see the skull and bones, when you see the signs and symbolism, when you slow down the music, Jay-Z new video with Nas and DJ Khaled, it's a scene where it's checkerboards. These are all occult, Satanist, symbolic symbols. So what I'm saying is, and I'm gonna tell you why and me personally, I've been in music for a minute, had deals and all that, bro. I don't give a fuck about this shit. But what I know, for me, I study so I know when I see it, so I know what to avoid. Because niggas can be trying to sacrifice your ass and you're not studying. God told us to read and be knowledgeable. So when I see Jay-Z, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? You're not no gang member. You got checkerboard floors in your shit. You got skull and bones. What does this mean? Because it's not just there. You look at Cardi B's album cover, it's checkerboard. You look at Dream Doll, now she's the checkerboard suit. Like, I'm not, y'all niggas, let me tell you something. These motherfuckers sell their soul, they practice witchcraft.
What does it mean, though?
What it means.
What does the checkerboard mean?
It means mind control. So you got classical conditioning, you got operational conditioning. So what they do is they use programming. So
MK Ultra?
Yeah, but it's to push an agenda. So
you heard of this shit before, right?
I heard of MK Ultra, but I don't pay that shit too much mind.
So the checker. So what I'm saying is, not saying that we care about it, because I'm not a conspiracy theorist. It's just that this is what I look for. When I see a success, I'm looking for anything
to say that they didn't do it on their own.
Detain it, not to say.
Now it seems like there is almost like an Illuminati circuit that you have to go through, right? Like a list of places and things that you have to do on your way through the industry, right? So you have these different radio shows and these programs like Vlad TV, right? It's like you got all these artists who come up, they have to go through all these different things, right? You got the Vlad TV, your Breakfast Club, Hot 97, and even now, for the newer generation, you have No Jumper, right? Which is interesting. I think No Jumper is like, it's a big one for these younger kids now, the younger generation. And it's interesting because they have just all these, like, they got like the little Instagram stars, the TikTok stars, all these SoundCloud rappers. They got porn stars, all kinds of just like negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? They promote all the fake manufactured beefs, the fake relationships, the drama, all these weird things. You know, I mean, just look at all this, a whole bunch of filth. You know, and it's, you know, a lot of these places, these radio stations, these interviews that they go through, they get asked all kinds of provocative questions. I mean, I just look at what happens with Vlad. Like, it's almost like Vlad his channel is like a humiliation ritual. And then on Breakfast Club, you got Charlemagne, who says all kinds of crazy things. Right? It's interesting. It's like these artists have to go through they have to jump through certain hoops and have to hit certain checkpoints. You know, they have to go through all these different places, you know, if they want to make it. These are like gatekeepers, you know. You have to go see all the gatekeepers. And what's interesting for me is, like, I noticed this, right? Let me know what you think. It seems like these artists, these rappers, whoever, it's like once they put in enough work, they do enough rituals or sacrifices, whatever it may be. Once they, you know, do enough in the industry, then they can start crossing over, right? Then they can go over to like the pop lane, right? Then they can start getting those white features. You know, then now you got your Ariana Grande feature. You put enough work, you done enough rituals, you put out enough ignorance into the community. Now you can get your Ed Sheeran feature, your Katy Perry collab. You get what I'm saying? And you'll see these artists move up and cross over and become bigger. Now they go from hip hop to the mainstream music. You get what I'm saying? The mainstream community. Then they'll start doing like Ellen DeGeneres interviews. They'll go on Oprah, daytime talk shows, daytime TV, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, the late night shows. You ever notice that? That's interesting. It's like they have to work their way up.
Take a look. That's the sign of the Owl's Kiss right there on every dollar bill in this country. With every transaction we enter a pact to live by her law. Any household that eats, lives, or trades under her eyes is subject to her jurisdiction. Our world is filled with codes, pacts, user agreements,